Welcome to the Golden Gate Gaming Podcast, week number 23. Thanks for joining us on this little late recorded podcast, but joined by Patrick and Kevin. We are going to talk about stuff and
good morning, good evening, wherever you are.
See what's going on. What should we start with? Should we start with just some nice, quick and easy stuff, or just dig right into
start off with a bet then, or something?
Whatever you want. I have different things here.
Let's start with the fun thing that came out. Far Cry 5 is now officially announced, and we have some info about it. It was teased and leaked and all that stuff going on. Now we actually have official info, and the trailer looks fantastic. At least in my opinion.
I haven't actually gotten to see the trailer much, but I did see screenshots and stuff, and I know it's set in a rural town of Montana.
Yeah,
and
that sounds right.
The basic premise that I was told, or that I read, was that you're fighting a religious cult.
Yeah.
Which is not all that uncommon, because there's other games that have that kind of theme inside it where you're fighting against a religious cult. But the main issue that a lot of people have had is the fact that it's set in America and you're fighting a religious cult. Apparently, in this day and age, people are taking up issue with the fact that a religious cult is being essentially portrayed as evil. When
people are fucking dumb.
I know. It's
the criticisms of this game that revolve around the fact that it is an extremist religious cult, and that's apparently not okay to say it's bad nowadays. They're fucking extremists that are killing people. Does your religion, does your little community or religion endorse killing people to take control of an area and fight against the government? No? Okay, then it's not talking about you.
No.
Yeah.
Chill.
It's funny because other games, obviously there's one that I can think of, Silent Hill, where most of the games are based around a religious cult in the town of Silent Hill. And, they sacrifice children in order to appease the gods of the town every so often. So it's there's there was another game. There's other games I can't remember off the top of my head.
Outlast 2 had a religious cult as the main enemy. I mean,
and no one
it's happened before.
Yeah, no one did anything for an uproar on that. But I think it's more because of the fact that it's in the middle of fucking nowhere, because Minnesota has... Or
Montana.
Whatever. Montana, Minnesota, whatever. These both start with M's. That it's in the middle of fucking nowhere. It's using kind of the rural, backwater type theme as, it's your backwater type theme of hey, in the middle of the pristine, countryside, there's a religious cult that's out to kill everybody or, do world domination. And really, Kevin? So it's just and also there was a petition actually online for people, or for Ubisoft, to pull the game. There's actually a petition online, and I was like, "Are you sure?"
People are dumb.
I know that.
Jesus, I hate people sometimes.
You think you hate people? It's just how stupid can people really honestly be? Oh, I can't even pull up. It's on change.org, but I can't even pull it up because they have the servers updating right now. Yeah. So, let me see if I can pull up on Forbes, because I don't care about this ad.
No.
Come on, give me. Oh my God. Come on, just
go through it.
Because I have an ad blocker on, it's saying "Oh, screw you."
Yeah. So other things about the game, there's animals again. We got a glimpse of a couple animal attacks in the trailer, which is fantastic. I love the just animals attacking you in the middle of a forest that has been in previous Far Cry. It's so much fun. You get to drive big rigs and buggies, and there's helicopters and planes and all that type of stuff, and it just looks awesome.
The Dust Croppers might get a catch though.
You can recruit people from the town that are unhappy with being in the cult, essentially, and recruit them to help your cause to overthrow them. And yeah, it looks fantastic.
Yeah.
It'd be nice.
Like like one of the main screenshot points that it's essentially the center dude who the whole shot is actually depicting like the Last Supper of Jesus, which is which you have the American flag in the center, and you have like the little kind of countryside town behind you, and you have all these like kind of militant style dudes. And also, you have a whole bunch of weaponry in the front of the table. So it's like, it's a really good. I think it's a really good kind of like, hey, this is what you're probably going to be fighting against. And honestly, the guy in the center reminds me of, he reminds me of a character from a TV show, and I really wish I could remember which TV show. But like, he has that kind of look like he has that Jesus mentality of like, hey, I'm the savior of you all, and we're gonna kill everybody in the government, and whatever weird thing. But Forbes was saying like Ubisoft was kind of jokingly saying like, oh yeah, we'll cancel it if you get like 500 signatures or blah blah blah. I'm like, I think, and the guy who wrote the article was like saying, yeah, we think that's a joke. So
yeah, obviously.
It's not gonna happen. No.
Obviously, it's a joke.
Yeah, I wish I could pull up the numbers so bad. I wish I looked it up earlier, but like, yeah, I was a little surprised how there was already the moment they announced it, all of a sudden people got offended, and all of a sudden there's now a petition to cancel it. It's like,
no,
it's a goddamn video game. Who gives a fuck?
It's art in all ways we see.
I mean, for God's sakes, you like. There's more crazier shit that.
Suit Trump, you fuckers.
Yeah, I don't. Maybe it's just
focus on that.
It's more again, like I said, it's more on because of the fact it's an American religious cult bent on destroying governments. That's the whole point that people got all pissy about, and all that. It's just like, this is not a new theme. It's been here before. You just now are giving a shit about it, or trying to crybaby about it.
It's not gonna happen. We're gonna see it next year.
I think it's next year.
Yeah, it's next year, 2018.
Yeah. I don't know
Not
if
year,
they don't have a date. I don't think
there's no date for it yet.
February 27?
That's gonna get pushed back.
Do we?
Oh. Yeah, I don't buy it, but it's gonna be next year. It's not this year.
Yeah.
I mean, considering the fact, what was it? Far Cry 4 had those Xbox issues, I believe, right?
Yeah, I think Xbox had pretty severe issues. You can't play the game.
Xbox had like a huge frame rate drop. Like you were at one point like 1 frame per second, and you're just like,
I mean, that's fairly common nowadays, but yeah. I skipped Far Cry 4. I skipped Far Cry Primal. Primal was something different, but Far Cry 4 is just too much of the same for me. But it'll be cool to jump back into the series with the new enhancements and that they've been putting in, and I'm excited.
Yeah, it's fun. According to here, February 27th, 2018 is their release date.
Target.
Very nice.
Nailed it on the bite. Yes.
So, hopefully we'll see what happens.
Hopefully people don't get it canceled because of the
lawsuit.
It's mean to religions.
Bad.
Who publishes? Oh, who publishes
Ubisoft. Montreal. They make the game.
I thought they make the game, but they also publish, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
well,
so
Ubisoft publishes. Ubisoft Montreal or whatever is the developer.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's their own internal department making the game.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
It's not getting canceled. It's coming out.
No. Considering the Far Cry series alone is like their huge moneymaker.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I highly doubt that. Plus, they have like actually kind of cool pre-order bonuses. Like you can apparently get like these kind of Doomsday Prepper pack, which is kind of cool. Like it's all orange and black, and like if you get the deluxe edition, you get 2 vehicles. You get like a ATV and a helicopter, and like silver chromed like AK-47 Magnum pistol, a compound bow, and like a 1911 type gun.
I agree with Jim
Sterling.
I agree with Jim Sterling on this point. It was so glorious that we had like almost a full week of a Far Cry game without stupid pre-order bonuses. And then they went they put stupid pre-order bonuses into the game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I hate it. I hate it.
Season pass.
Pisses me the
$20.
fuck off.
Well, yeah. No, it's whatever. How it is.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. How ultimate of an ultimate edition is it if it doesn't come with pre-order bonuses if you don't buy it before it comes out? Come on.
I mean, the deluxe edition comes with the those chrome guns and the cars. The pre-order only is the orange weapon and car and hat and all that.
But they have an ultimate edition, and it doesn't come with everything if you don't buy it early.
Ultimate edition. I don't even see the ultimate edition on here.
I thought they did at least.
Call it gold edition.
Came with like season pass and stuff.
Yeah, it's the gold edition.
The whole bundle basically.
Mm-hmm.
About $100.
Which is what Watch Dogs is by Ubisoft too, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, Watch Dogs has this. Ubisoft always does this with all their game like high market IPs, where they have like your standard, your deluxe, your gold, and in some cases like this one, a steelbook edition, which you get the game in a steel case.
Yes, and you get the iconic whatever the thing they decide to call iconic is. Ubisoft uses the word iconic way too much. It's hilarious.
Yeah, it's a little overdone.
Speaking of, I guess not really developer, but speaking of being nice to your consumers, Xbox Game Pass is coming out in a couple of days.
What's that?
I think 2 days. It's a service a lot like EA Pass or EA Vault or whatever it's called.
EA Access, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Except it's for Xbox, and it's 100 or so games for $9.99 a month. You get access to them, and it comes with games like Halo 5 Guardians and Payday 2 and BioShock Infinite and Lego Batman and XCOM and Mega Man Legacy Collection. And
so is it okay? So do you stream the games or do you download the game? You download the game into your console?
Yep, download the games.
Makes
it a lot better than PS Now. Makes it a lot better than PS Now. It's also cheaper than PS Now.
PS Now is I think $20.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For shitty streamed games.
No.
Right.
My God, it's so bad.
Oh wow. Huh. There's
it's got a pretty great selection of games.
Some good lineups there, yeah.
Especially for people that came into gaming on this on Xbox One. There's a lot of Xbox 360 games that are really cool on there.
They actually have a lot of indie games on here too.
Yeah, there's a ton of indie games on there, which is awesome.
Hey, Banjo-Kazooie.
Yeah, and then some cool big market games as well. I think it's overall a very good lineup, especially for a starting lineup. Like we'll have to see how it grows as they add more games to it. It could if it stays with these games for a year, that's not great. But if they keep growing it and a year later it's just has 200 games, then that would be really cool.
Well, I think what they're trying to do is more or less like because of the fact that a lot of people are phasing out their Xbox 360s, and yet later on they're like, oh, I kind of wish I could play that game. Then I'm sure they're like, hey, you can play this game on your Xbox One now because you have access to the Game Pass thing.
Well, it's part of their whole strategy of they want to kill console generations. They want to make it so that there's just Xbox games.
Mm-hmm.
And you just play Xbox games.
The Game Pass apparently also, depending on the game, if it's fairly newer, gives you a discount on the game purchasing itself. Because I'm seeing Farming Simulator 15 for...
Yeah. It works basically the same as EA Access. It's just a wider net than just EA games.
Yeah. Because I would have totally played Resident Evil 0, but I'm like, oh, $15.99 with Game Pass.
No.
I would have preferred free, but yeah, okay, sure.
Well, no, that's... Wait, I'm not sure what you mean by... If you buy it... I think if you own Game Pass, then you can buy the game to keep for that much. But you can still play it with Game Pass.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's how it looks like anyway.
I don't know. That's what that's just how it's looking like right now.
Yeah.
So
So if you have Game Pass, then you can play Resident Evil 0. If you decide I really want this game, I want to keep it forever, even after I stop. I'm gonna stop Game Pass at some point. I want to keep this game forever. It only costs you $16 instead of $20.
Right. Yeah. Okay, that makes sense.
Yep. Yeah, it's cool. It really makes Nintendo's online offerings look really sad. We still haven't gotten any info about it, but from what we have gotten, they're like $5 or so a month for one game that you can play for a month.
That's a good price, though.
Something like that,
yeah.
So
but yeah, congrats, Microsoft. Very awesome.
Good job. Please deliver at E3.
So
looking forward to that.
Yep. So speaking of games, other games that more or less are getting released, Gwent, that weird game within the Witcher series, is out for free, I think, right?
It's a public beta.
No, it's fully out now.
Yeah, it's out for free, I believe, if I remember right.
Betas are over. It's out.
Yeah. So it's a card game, right?
Yep.
So it's like a gambling type card game.
They released Witcher 3. People loved Witcher 3, and the devs found that a lot of people were just kind of playing Witcher 3 and then playing Gwent within Witcher 3, and they were like, huh. And then people started asking them to make Gwent just its own thing, so they didn't have to boot up Witcher 3 to play Gwent. And they're like, sure, why not? And so they built Gwent, and it's its own thing now. Yeah, it's got some cool stuff. It's basically the same game that's in Witcher 3, but it has some improvements and modifications so that it can be its own thing. One of the cool things I like that it has over Hearthstone is when you open a pack, it gives you the common cards, and then it gives you 3 rare cards, and you choose one of them.
Versus
you get commons and a rare.
Yeah.
Yep. Which gives you more ability to pick the rares instead of, and it makes it a little bit more friendly to people that are trying to not spend a bunch of money.
Right.
Which Hearthstone is not friendly to.
No.
Not friendly to at all.
But people still play it. People love playing it.
Hearthstone is a great game. It's just not friendly to people that don't want to spend a lot of money. No. It's very hard to build a competitive deck without spending a lot of money.
Oh yeah, no, and I'm sure Gwent will, because I think doesn't Gwent have microtransactions in the game?
Yeah,
too?
But it has methods in it to make it a little more friendly to not spending hundreds of dollars.
Okay.
And hopefully they keep being nice to people and not making it super expensive. But they've at least shown that in the core mechanics of the game, they're going to be a little bit nicer to people with that choosing your rare.
Gotcha.
And then the gameplay is interesting. It's the same as the gameplay in Witcher 3, but it always kind of it was a cool little take on card games.
Yeah, I mean I have The Witcher 3 in my computer. I just never got around to playing it. I should play it.
Such a good game.
I'm backlogged so long. I'm backlogged so badly with so many games. It's not even funny. So
it's hard. It's hard to keep up. I still haven't finished Prey.
I'm supposed to start a series of playing Silent Hill games, and that whole monstrosity has gone completely out of control.
I'm totally grinding out Nier right now, so I can trade it for Tekken 7 this Friday. So fingers crossed.
Yeah, I saw a lot of Nier cosplayers when I went to the convention.
I know. Fanime was insane.
Yeah. Well, I also my friend who was cosplaying Nier, I actually got to do a photo shoot with her last night or the night before, so that was interesting.
But
it was interesting because I didn't know Nier had a. I know that a lot of cosplayers were doing the upskirt panty shot kind of deal, which apparently that is a trophy that you can unlock.
Yep.
Yeah.
I was half surprised, I guess. Half surprised because of the fact that it's I know it's a Square Enix game, I know it's made in Japan, and I know there's a lot of perverts in Japan, and
oh god, no.
I mean, it was just surprising. There is an achievement for what now? So
I mean, to be fair, it's Platinum Games. They make the good shit for Japan.
What other games do they make? I don't know.
They made Bayonetta, right?
Did they?
Yeah, they did. But they
Oh.
published it for Wii U. Wii U.
Platinum.
So far, they're pretty much known for that. You know, Japanese culture. You know, their senpais and pantsuit upskirts.
Gotcha.
But so far,
Oh,
you know,
man.
it's a pretty good game.
Oh, okay,
Story
so,
sucks, but you know, gameplay was pretty.
So
decent.
apparently, yeah, they made the Bayonetta series, Nier Automata, and Vanquish, which, if I remember correctly, that was not a great game.
Vanquish was awful.
I believe that was a horrible, horrible game when it
It
got
was a crap game.
When did this get released again?
Nier went out March.
No, I know Nier came out in March. Oh, Vanquish came out in 2010. That was
That's a long time ago.
Huh.
Ugh.
110, 29. Okay, so people were liking the game, just for some reason people
You know what I'm talking about, yeah.
yeah. Anyways, but yeah, so speaking of Fanime, there was a lot of video game cosplays. Lots of video game.
Lots of cosplay. Saw some
Yeah.
cool Overwatch cosplays. A lot of people
Oh
love
my
those.
God.
Oh man.
Are you serious though?
So I have
It's
photos.
flooded.
I can show you photos later of how many godforsaken people were at the Overwatch gathering. Which ironically,
God.
because the timing was perfect for the 1-year anniversary of the game, it was like, hey, let's crowd the fuck out of the one largest area that you can have cosplayers at, and it was just insane.
It was crazy.
There was like, so you guys know the meme of the low budget cosplay diva, the one with
Yeah.
the cardboard boxes. There was 7 of them at the gathering. For them to get into the center line so that people could take photos,
Oh my
they actually had
God.
to single file line themselves
Oh.
in a row and go through a crowd just to get to the center and like position themselves properly. There was so many diva cosplayers, like in the just the typical her jumpsuit. There's a guy who built a diva mech, like more or less a full size or relatively close to scale model diva mech, and they use it for taking diva photos and stuff in the corner where they have photography stuff. Let's see, there was like also because of the anniversary that came out, and you saw the kind of 1950s pinup model diva. Like, there were actually a lot of people that cosplayed 1950s, like, kind of crop top diva. I'm like,
Yeah.
okay,
That's nice.
that's actually cool.
Yeah.
There was a Bastion there. There was a Bastion. Somebody cosplayed Bastion, which was shocking. And then there was oh my God, there was there was a lot.
There was plenty. A lot of McCree's, a lot of
A lot of McCree's.
Mercy.
There was a few Annas. There was Genji.
Mercy for days.
Genji's galore.
Yep.
Hanzo's obviously.
Saw a
there was
really
two
good Reaper.
Yeah,
Yep.
there were a few good
I
Reapers.
saw some couple of Reapers I see walking around.
There was a group of Reapers that that went inside the convention center by Stage 0 that there was a Korean song playing. They were all in just 3 of them standing there, kind of doing like a kind of shoulder dance jig. And I'm just going like, what the fuck are they doing? And then people were taking video and photos, and I'm just like laughing, going, you guys are insane. What the shit?
Yeah.
But
love
like,
it.
it's funny because like, all the Overwatch cosplayers, like, they put the time and the work, and they're just like, they do all this work, they get as accurate as possible, and then like at one point they're just kind of roaming around. They're just like, you know what, let's just have a little fun and fuck around a little bit, and then
Yep.
it's really funny. There was even oh my God, so many meme cosplays of Overwatch. There was Daddy76 with a fucking diva, angry diva, like in a baby pouch in front with the Doritos and a Mountain Dew,
And Mountain
and
Dew and grenade.
there was like what else? Oh, there was one good one. There was a person who made a body-sized diva mech, and and it was a dude inside, by the way, but they used a body pillow of diva as like the front part to like show her, so they're kind of behind it, and it was actually kind of funny. But I mean, it was overall there was a lot of different and really well done cosplays.
Nice.
Overall, like cosplay wise, it was always a fun thing to see. There was a few people that kind of took their own creative twist on like Epic, like this one girl who actually apparently lives near where I live. She did an epic mount, humanoid epic mount version of a WoW mount. So, and she was actually really well done. And there was next year apparently the theme for Fanime is gaming. So, I'm like, fuck, that's gonna be annoying as shit.
Yes.
Because not only are we gonna see a lot of more video game related cosplays, hopefully. For me, I go to hang out with friends. Some people, they go because, obviously they like anime. I'm just hoping, they're going to do more video game related stuff, but knowing how that convention works, they might just focus mostly on like anime related titles or anime, like Japanese animated style games or Japanese games in general. Like
there are a lot of them.
There are. It's just that, like, I kind of I like to see like how Sack Anime does it, where they have kind of a mix of in-betweens, because they always get like big names from like major titles like Assassin's Creed or Devil May Cry, like Big Magnolia, or even Nolan North. I mean, the man has done like a whole bunch of video games in the industry. So I mean, plus Destiny, of course. So
pretty big.
Yeah. So I mean, it would be nice to see that kind of correlation of the guests related to the theme. That's what I'm hoping. But yeah, overall, Fanime was pretty fun and crowded as hell, like always. And yeah, that's it for that little bit.
Yeah. What'd you guys do the whole weekend?
Oh god,
Staying up in line.
Lines. There was a lot of lines and people and fun. It was just. It got to a point where I was just like, I don't want to be around here right now.
And I know why. I went Sunday, the one day where I'm free to go whenever and just fuck around, just take pictures and stuff.
Yeah.
I stayed home and cleaned and played games and slept. And
I tried.
It was great.
I tried playing games in the hotel room because we got free Wi-Fi, but it was just like, no, this ain't happening. I'm too exhausted to do shit.
It doesn't feel right, doesn't it?
Yeah, so that's like, I'm not bringing... the only thing I'm bringing is my laptop and camera to RTX, and that's it. I'm not bringing anything else with me. There's no point.
They can all wait,
Yeah, I can wait 4 days. Who cares?
Right.
So, speaking of Overwatch, yeah, Overwatch Anniversary, those fucking goddamn legendary skins.
Hard to get.
Well,
I loved how that article broke down the actual amount of time it would take to get all of the legendary skins, because there's too many of them. There's literally just too many of them. It takes the number he came to was
around 66,000, I think. Right?
Oh my god, I'm scrolling too far.
It was a huge amount. Like, you have to be playing a shit ton of time.
267 hours.
Yeah.
No.
Which is like 8 hours a day. Mm-hmm. Every day of the event.
Yeah, and then like your chances of even getting those skins in the loot boxes are apparently...
Oh no, sorry.
It's hard to sell.
8 hours a day for the entire event is only 168 boxes.
So literally an hour per box.
Well, yeah, that's about how much it takes. But
plus or minus the bonus boxes from the arcade.
168 hours of playing is the 3 weeks of the event. So you have to make up an extra 100 boxes worth of stuff.
No. Yeah. I already spent $50, $40.
The problem also is that apparently a video from the No said that somebody said that the chances of you getting the actual skin in a loot box at this current time is extremely low. Like, you have even less than a 50% chance of getting an epic. Because I was trying for the first week, and I'm like, I'm not getting a single goddamn.
So China, there's a China's law that requires them to put out the actual exact drop rates for stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god. Audio, go. What the fuck? Where's the audio coming from? There we go. There's the rates could be different between the U.S. and China, but who knows?
Yeah.
So on average, every loot box contains at least one rare. On average, every 5.5 loot boxes contains an epic. And on average, every 13.5 loot boxes contains a legendary. And now that's any legendary, not event legendaries. So that legendary could be legendary gold, or could be a legendary that's not in the event, which means to get the actual 11 legendary skins, you have, if every single legendary you got was a different legendary skin from the event, it would take, what is that, 150 boxes.
Mm-hmm.
But that's if every single legendary is a different legendary event from the skin. There will be duplicates and there will be non,
right,
which is how he got to the 267 number, which is
that's
oh my god.
Here's my issue about getting a legendary duplicate, which happened to me during the Summer Games event. The cost of the legendary duplicate was not even equivalent to like getting gold of legendary level. Like legendary level, you get 500 gold. Legendary duplicate, you get 200 gold. It's like, give me the equivalency of what the cost is. Like,
It's
or at
not
least
fair.
because like
because the legendary event skins are triple the cost of gold cost, but a duplicate of legendary event skins still gives you the regular amount of gold from that.
right. It gives me because like so, if you get a
250
legendary,
or whatever.
It's 200. It was 200 last time I ever got a duplicate like that. But like say, so the cost of a standard legendary is 1,000.
Yep.
The legendary gold you get is 500, so half of the cost, which is fine. If you get, a legendary from a summer or one of the events, that's normally a 3,000 cost generally. You should get half of that. At least in my opinion, you should get at least 1,500 for getting a duplicate.
That would screw up the entire fucking economy, so they're not going to do that. But I do think the legendary, if you get a duplicate of the legendary event skin, it should at least be like 500 gold or something like that instead of the 200.
So,
I don't think the legendary gold drop should be upped during the events. But yeah, basically it's stupid. They're adding too many legendary skins to keep up with during the events, and it's frustrating.
The cost in order to get all the legendary skins plus the dance routines, which I believe are considered rares, the 250 cost.
Yep.
It'll cost you around 66,000 credits, and you literally would have to be hoarding the living hell or buying a shit ton of loot boxes and getting duplicates and upon duplicates to just be like, hey, I have all this, now I can buy all the shit. And it's like, it's annoying. The only two skins there's like 3 skins I want. I want Diva skin, I want Soldier 76 Android, and I kind of want the Super Sentai Genji skin, because obviously
I really want that.
Yeah,
skin.
that's pretty good.
Yeah, that one looks really cool, and hella people got pissed off the moment they saw it. Like, why did you just now release it? We could have done this for fucking Fanime or shit like that, because obviously Super Sentai is really popular in the anime community, in Japanese communities, or in also just in anime in general.
Yep.
So it's like, yeah, people got a little bit upset, but like the more simpler skins like Diva's kind of 1950s model pin-up style, a lot of people loved doing that, and it actually, a lot of them turned out really well. So but no, it just pisses me off where it's like, oh god, I hate you. So, but I mean, from what I remember, you were saying, Reilly, that they were going to do these events like once a year, like continuously.
What they need to do though is to add some new skins and really cool things like these that are not in an event, that are just to the regular pool, so that people that don't want to put a ton of money in and don't want to just grind like hell during an event can have a chance of getting some new cool stuff.
Right, but then there's they're using that same model they use in WoW, where you can only get certain items during like Valentine's Day or Christmas.
But WoW
or Halloween.
had like 3 items.
Right.
They had like 3 things.
True.
And they have And Overwatch is adding like 50 things each event and making it so you have to play 8 hours a day to have a chance of getting them without spending a bunch of money. It's stupid.
I can't play it all.
Yeah, so essentially, not only are you doing your normal day job, it's like you now have to do your normal day job on a fucking computer trying to grind the fuck out of a goddamn skin.
No.
So, yeah.
It does not guarantee you'll get that skin.
Yeah, well, no, that's the other thing. It won't guarantee you getting the skin. And it's just like, crap. So I might do like one purchase run, and if I don't get any of the skins, then fuck it.
I'm not giving them any money.
No.
It's like,
I
no
give
more
him
money
too much
for...
already. No.
Yeah.
Speaking of game I actually like, though, neither of you probably care at all about what I'm about to talk about, but D&D Wizards of the Coast is unveiling a new storyline, and they're unveiling it June 2nd and 3rd, so this Thursday and Friday, or Friday and Saturday.
Wait, so hold on. Wizards of the Coast owns D&D now?
Yeah, they've owned it.
Have they?
Yeah.
Okay.
Purchased.
I didn't know. I know them for, obviously making magic cards.
They make everything. Wizards does
Now.
fucking everything. It's ridiculous. They're such a huge company.
They have that genre to
I remember they used to have an actual physical store in one of the malls I used to frequent, and then that disappeared for some weird fucking reason. I forgot what store it was. Damn. Or mall. Oh well.
Couldn't do Durant.
But yeah, so they're doing a cool little stream on the Friday and Saturday with a whole bunch of big names in D&D. They've got like Matthew Mercer is going to be there.
Okay.
I
know who he is.
Yeah, Marisha Ray is another person on that show.
I have no idea what that
on
is.
a Critical Role.
Okay.
Joe Manganiello, who is an actor who I did not know. He's apparently a big D&D fan, so he's going to be there.
What is he?
He's in a shitload of stuff.
Joe
He was in Spider-Man, True Blood, Pee-wee's Big Holiday, Sabotage, Magic Mike.
Oh, okay. I know this.
Joe.
Yeah, he's yeah, I know who he is now.
Apparently Matthew Lillard is a big D&D fan as well. He was in Scooby-Doo.
Dude, you'd be surprised how many freaking actors in the industry.
I know. It's just funny
nerds.
to see these names on this list. It starts off with Matthew Mercer, and it's like, okay, yeah, that makes sense. He's the superstar of D&D right now. It's like Joe Manganiello. It's like, isn't he an actor?
Oh, what?
Yeah, no, it's
like
there's like you that one show on YouTube with what's his name from Star Trek, Wesley Crusher.
Oh yeah, Tabletop.
Yeah, like you've seen how many actors he gets out of nowhere. It's just like, the fuck? These people are that much of a nerd? Like,
a lot of the time there are people that I would expect to be on that show, but yeah, sometimes there is surprises.
You don't see it in real life when they play actors in shows.
I mean, I didn't expect Rahul from iZombie to be that much of a nerd. I'm like, wow, you were that much of a nerd in the show and in real life? What the fuck?
He's great.
What are the odds of that?
And then Adam Coble from Roleplay is going to be on there. I'm excited for that. But yeah, they're going to be showing off the new storyline that's coming out in September. It's called... actually, is that the storyline, or is that just what they're calling the stream? I don't know. The article's called Stream of Annihilation. I don't think that's...
I think that's the name of the stream. That sounds like the name of the stream.
That's the name of the stream. Okay. I don't know if they've said the name of the storyline. But yeah, it'll be cool to see the new stuff coming out.
Yeah, that'll be nice.
I'm excited to see, because I'm currently running a campaign in the last...
I forgot.
No. The one before the last one. So we're a little bit behind on the current stuff, but maybe we'll skip ahead and do some of the stuff once we get through this.
Catch up.
Yeah.
So we'll probably be wrapping around September, so who knows? But yeah, I'm super excited for that. It'll be a lot of fun to watch.
Yeah. So I have to question this. Why is the people from Kerbal Space Program hired by Valve, or okay, formerly part of the Kerbal Space Program team hired by Valve? Like, I saw the article and I saw that, I'm like, I did not like that game. That game was too hard.
That game is awesome.
Yeah.
It's so
That game-
good.
Game.
That game is hard
I
for
loved
me
it.
because like I tried applying physics. I'm trying applying like, all right, I need this much thrust to launch the guy into space. But then I'm like,
Yep.
I lost all my fuel, so I can't bring him back home. He's gonna die in space.
It's like it's
Well, fuck.
actually rocket science. It's super cool.
Yep.
I
I
love
know.
it.
Can't argue that.
But like sometimes, like, or I don't know. Maybe I was just having a hard time trying to play campaign mode. But it was just like, why can I not use any of the? Like, how am I supposed to send shit up in the air if I can't research this stuff or gain credits? Like, what am I supposed to do? What the hell?
You just wing it when you play it.
Oh, I usually just go to like the free mode or whatever and just build like the most obscure contraption of a rocket and see if it'll actually launch into space. And if it blows up midway and it's like, oh, well, let's not add that many rockets and fuel boosters and all that crap.
I'll try again.
Yeah. But
Yeah,
then I also
pretty
run
much.
out of people, so it's like, I need astronauts. But yeah, so what's what's the deal with the fact that they hired part of the team?
Basically, apparently the team that made Kerbal Space Program was super underpaid at the old company they were with, and Valve loves supporting cool mods and cool community stuff, and so they hired the team to do something cool at Valve. So we'll see what they work on at Valve.
Okay.
But it seems like the Kerbal Space Program is going to stay the property of the other. I don't know how it's going to work.
Of the other developer?
Yeah.
Well, no, because they hired former architects and environmental designers.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like that's also when you said underpaid, I'm like, that game was freaking retail cost for
$40.
a digital download game. Like, I don't understand how they could be that underpaid most of the time.
The actual
Like,
developers were underpaid, though.
uh,
Not the company that made all the money from it.
Oh, okay. I see what you mean. Yeah, because that, like, for a long time, even with, like, summer sales and stuff, that game rarely ever dropped below, for a while, below, like, $35, $30 maybe. One time I did see it at, like, 15, but I was just like, I tried it. I was just like, I don't like this game, and yeah.
It's not for everyone, but it's an amazing game.
No, I
It's
admit
fun.
it is a fun game to play if you really want to try to like build your own rocket kind of deal. So
Yeah. What else? What should we go to next? I guess cool little news. Awesomenauts is now officially free to play. So it's a pretty cool 3v3 MOBA style, like towers, and it's a cool little game. It's been out for a long time, and it just went free to play. It was frequently on sale for like $3, so it's not not a big difference, but they went free to play to remove even that little barrier to entry.
Oh, okay. It looks like kind of like a 2D side scroller kind of deal.
Yeah, it's a side-scrolling MOBA type thing. It's super fun. Super fun.
Similar to like MapleStory, actually.
Not similar in gameplay, but
I haven't heard that.
maybe
Well,
maybe
similar
similar
into,
in
like,
look.
In look, yeah, in the 2D side scrolling still.
I definitely think
yeah.
we should play it at some point because it's a lot of fun.
Sure, why not?
And it's free now, so there's no barrier to entry at all.
Right.
Which is great.
Let's see. Do you want to talk about the Friday the 13th game? You're hovering over that.
Save it for later. I want to talk about Sonic.
God, Friday the 13th was just a mess. It's still a mess. Less of a mess, but it's still a mess.
How bad? Like, how bad of a mess could it be? I mean,
You couldn't play it.
oh,
You couldn't play it. Matchmaking just was dead. And it's still super buggy. But
sounds like every single game possible that when it first gets released.
Yeah. But it's basically it feels like an indie game, and it feels like it was a Kickstarter. There's not a super huge team behind it or anything, but it feels cheap and buggy and stuff. But it's a $40 game.
That's shocking.
It's a
It's
pretty
a
hefty
$40 digital game. What the shit?
But apparently it's still a lot of fun if you can get past all the bugs and stuff and actually get into a game. So if you can actually play it, it's a lot of fun, and it's got some cool stuff in it.
So apparently, you with the game you get like you get like Friday the 13th skin, like Freddy's skins from part 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or sorry, yeah, no, sorry, ignore whatever I just said. The 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, and then Jason Goes to Hell the final Friday. Apparently, so
yeah,
like,
that's
you
just
get
the stuff in the game.
Yeah,
Bonuses.
like
It's literally just the stuff in the game.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm willing to play this. Granted,
I'm not going to pay $40 for it though. It's no better than Dead by Daylight in my opinion. It's got some cool stuff in it, but it's also takes a lot more people to play.
True, but Dead by Daylight is also, I believe,
I think it's like
$20.
20.
It's $20.
So it's half the
20,
price.
yeah.
But then there's also DLC to that game. There's like quite a few DLC. Actually, holy shit!
A lot of them. Yeah.
Yeah, but none of them are essential. None of them really have anything that you need.
But you get the Halloween skin at one point.
Yeah.
If you want that.
It's all skins and stuff. But you don't need to buy the DLC. I think there's a character for DLC, but yeah, there's nothing like important for DLC. You can play the full game without it for half the price of Friday the 13th for pretty much the same type of game.
Yeah,
I'll wait till summer sale. That's it.
Which is coming soon, I think.
I know summer is coming.
No, the summer sale. The summer sale is coming soon.
Yeah, I'll wait if they decide to join in.
Well, I want to say maybe they might not get hit by the summer sale because it's a fairly new game.
I don't think Friday the 13th will be summer sale, but Dead by Daylight will probably be summer sale.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that'll go probably
I'm down
like
to play
50.
that. We
half off.
That's a fun game.
Yeah, it is a fun game. It makes like I thought like, oh, if I play one of these survivors, like I won't. It's like I know that I watch so many of these type of movies, like I'm not gonna freak out. No, I am very wrong. I freak the fuck out. Like, oh god, run.
It's freaky.
It's
freaky as
you
fuck.
think you're fine, and then all of a sudden you get grabbed. You're like, shit, where the fuck did you come from? No, it's a fun game, and even for $20, it's not too bad of a game. I mean, granted, you also have to get like 4 other people to play with you because it requires 5 people to play.
I mean, there's matchmaking, but yeah, if you want to play in a group of friends, well, actually, you can either do just a group of 3 other friends and just be the survivors, or you can do a full-on custom game and have 5 people and do.
Yeah, I did. I was on a stream one time when we did that. We were a group of 5, and it was just freaky as hell where we kept switching off like being the killer, and like, oh my god, it's so hard when you're like, because I did not play it before at all, and no one told me how to do anything, and apparently you had to like activate the generators and you have to time it right. You can't make it as much noise, otherwise you actually reveal where you are in the killer's vision. You're just like, I'm gonna die.
Extra life game?
Oh god, that would
yes,
that would be interesting.
Definitely.
Um,
be awesome.
Once it gets nighttime, all huddle around.
Oh hell no!
Dead by Daylight.
Yeah.
Sign me up.
Do it.
Speaking, signing up. How about
Speaking
I know
of
you want to
signing
play
up.
Well, no, I know you want to play Star Trek really badly. I kind of do too. I just have, unfortunately, other expenses that now just came up that now won't let me buy a freaking Vive. But I want to play that bridge game so bad.
Play 45 minutes of it before we start recording. Oh,
yeah.
So much fun.
Lucky.
I love it. I love it already. Got to sit in the captain's chair and yell at people to do shit. It's great.
Yeah, it's cool where you're like, if you automatically just like, all right, you're gonna be the engineer, you're gonna be the pilot, I'm the captain, you're science officer, your weapons and whatever. It looks really fun, and it's similar to this older game that which also required you to have like several people on each computer, but then also there was a fifth. 6 monitor where it was your view screen for.
I mean, there's been a lot
battles.
of games like this. There's a game called Pulsar that actual 3D one where you can run around the ship and do stuff. There's a game called Artemis Space Simulator, which is you just have like a 2D screen with controls on it, and everyone's piloting the ship. There's Space Team is a game on phones that everyone has their own station on their phone, and it lines up. And yeah, there's a lot of cool games with this kind of aspect, but this is the first one with a big like property tied to it, and it's in VR and it's super immersive, and it's great. I love it.
Right.
It.
I wish I could remember the game that.
Sit in the captain's chair and just have the Enterprise around you and yell at people to
chill.
It's so good, so good. And now if you do buy a Vive, when you do get around to that, it comes free with the Star Trek Bridge Simulator comes free with Vive. Cool little perk.
Okay.
That's a good deal though. The whole set.
Is that with buying it directly from the store?
No clue. No idea.
Because I was
it was just I saw a tweet. Star Trek Bridge. Guys, Star Trek Bridge Crew comes free with every Vive purchase from now on.
Right.
Wow. Ooh.
So with what is it? So if like say we get 5 people who have VR, because I know you have the Oculus.
4.
If I get a Vive, there won't be any issue because we're all on separate units, right? It's just we have to have the game on the same platform.
Nope, it's all cross-platform. PSVR,
it's
PSVR and PCVR can play together.
Oh dear.
Good, then. Yeah.
Well then.
All the way, then.
That would make things very simple. That would make things a lot simpler.
Yeah.
In terms of
they want to have a big audience. They want everyone to be able to play it together.
Well,
right.
They know what they're doing.
Well, I mean,
this game will live and die on whether you can find people to play with you.
Yeah. Well, considering how many people are going to have the money to spend on getting a PC VR kit when it's a little bit cheaper to buy the PlayStation VR kit.
Yeah.
So that does make sense. So you're like, all right, set up the consoles, plug in, we're all good to go. You're sitting on that couch, you're sitting on there, you're sitting there. All right.
Because you can get like a used PS4 and a used PSVR for like $500 total, and be set to play compared to $500 getting you an Oculus.
Right.
It gets you one part of the equation on PC, and it gets you the whole thing on PlayStation. Now, granted, it looks better on PC, but it's still VR and it's cool on PlayStation.
Yeah.
So,
and I mean, I'm trying to think. To me personally, for something like that type of game, you would need everybody in the same room to yell at each other. But I mean, I'm sure you can probably do it over.
I mean, it's set up right now to do over voice chat because it's hard to get 4 people in the same room on VR. That's hard to get set up.
Plenty of room. Yeah,
it's hard in general to get 5 PCs or
4. It's 4 players, not 5 players.
Oh, it's 4 player? Oh, okay. So it's captain, pilot, engineer, and weapons?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So it's a little bit harder to like get 4 people together in a room, and it's like, all right, set it all up, plug in, you're good to go, and then all of a sudden you're like, oh wait, someone's not connected to the network, or something went wrong or whatever. Yeah,
I can connect.
If you have a Vive by Extra Life, though, we could do 2-person.
Okay.
Because it fills in AI for any missing spots.
Okay.
There's a system for you to yell at the AI and tell them to do stuff for you. It's a little more complicated if you have to, go through their menus to tell the AI to do stuff, but it works. Actually, no, I think someone probably. I mean, there's multiple people I think that have PSVR in our account. Maybe we can get whole 4 together. Get a couple PS4s.
We'll see.
Oh yeah, if we can get a couple PS4s and then like a couple PCs, that should be fine.
Yeah.
I got a Pro ready. So.
We got a few months until that. I got 5 months.
November. Yep. Plenty of time.
So
6 months, something like that.
6.
5.5.
Well, usually it's
Sonic.
Mid.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Anyway, don't need to worry about Extra Life yet.
Sonic Mania.
Did you want to say anything about Sonic, or just blurb it out?
Sonic.
Sonic
Don't-
Mania, August
Or
15th,
release date.
$20.
Yeah.
Is that for
That's
a
it.
physical copy or is that for a digital copy?
Probably digital.
Digital.
It's basically a repackage of all the old Sonic stuff. By the guy that did the Sonic iOS port, I believe it was. Basically,
You mean
the guy.
the shitty port?
No,
The
the guy that did the
crap
good
one.
port, whatever the good one was.
Oh, okay, the good one.
The guy that actually did it right. Because there was a port that was
Oh, I did.
super bad, and there was a port that was super good. He did the
Yeah.
really good one.
Okay,
And
gotcha.
so they
Now I
gave
know.
him this to do. And so it's basically a bunch of... It's classic Sonic. It's a Sonic that everyone knows and loves. And there's
Okay.
Sega's giving it. And yeah. There will also be
Cool.
another Sonic game coming out later that's new Sonic. But this is for everyone that just
The
wants
new
some
one.
classic Sonic.
The last Sonic game that came out, that was the one with the werewolf version or werewolf
remember.
Sonic
hedgehog.
Boom.
The last one I
Oh.
played was Sonic
Oh,
Generations.
Sonic. Right, Sonic Boom was the game that was shit because it was just shit.
Hated.
Because
Yes,
it was very
shit.
much hated.
Yeah.
It was glitchy. It hit lagged at random points. The frame rates didn't catch up with the gameplay. So like
No.
you thought you were one spot, all of a sudden you're at another location. Like even on console, it was horrible. So
Yeah.
speaking of consoles, Sony finally ceased production on their PS3s.
In Japan.
And I thought they already did it like in America, or not.
America's done, but in Japan they're still producing it, but they just officially stopped today.
Cool.
Gotcha.
So, yeah.
I mean, that's it.
We're not, no, we're not
Um,
bad. 80 million units is a lot. But see, how much did Sony sell for PS4 already? How many units?
Let me look.
I'm gonna guess like
28
Wait,
million,
for
something like
PS4, PS3,
PS4 right now.
PS4
Total sales from
units
when it
sold.
launched.
So far, currently we have 60 million units sold.
Holy fuck! So 20 million shy of the PS3.
Yeah.
Holy crap.
Well, the PS3 sold around 83.8 million,
Yeah.
and that was over a
23
8-year generation cycle.
Rest in pieces. Never forget.
Okay, because what really bugged me was that there were so many iterations of the PS3 that it was just
So
like
Countless.
well, there was like you had your Fat Boys, your
They were
40
all
and
the
60.
PS3, except for the initial one that had backwards compatibility. That was the only different one. All the other ones were the same. They just different package.
Yeah, and then you got
Slimmer and slimmer every year.
Yeah, it was just a little annoying. And then I think the last iteration was it didn't have an ejectable disk drive. You had to actually slide it open to put the disc in, and
Yeah.
then slide it closed, which I don't know
12
what
gig
the
size.
thinking was for that. So I'm like, you know what? I'm glad with the one I bought, which was right around launch. So I don't care.
The cost efficient one, yeah.
Yeah.
Regretted
It makes it easier to do older games like the PlayStation 2 and the PS1. So, but yeah, so that's cool. I mean, it was bound to stop at some point. It's just now like probably in the next however many years, if Sony doesn't like, oh, we should make our units backwards compatible or fix some of the issues we have, then there's going to be a demand for PlayStation 3s, like how there's a demand for old school gaming consoles like the Atari, or for like, or for like something like
They need to
that.
fix PS Now and put something else in there that actually works.
Yeah, they need to.
Fix the whole thing.
Oh,
Revamp it.
actually, back on the PS Now. So they have a huge library of games, or relative library of games that are more of the popular titles. I'm assuming, right?
Yeah.
They add every week.
So I tried looking for Silent Hill on that list, and it's not even available on that list. Is it because of the fact that Konami won't release the rights for them to stream that type of game?
Probably.
Yeah. You know how Konami is.
We don't. Well,
want their
Konami
share.
essentially has gone kind of like cuckoo, like over the cuckoo nest on whatever the fuck they're doing. So
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Konami. Fuck Konami.
yeah. So I mean, it's just
Yeah.
like, yeah. All right. Well, that's
Probably why, because they focus more on the mobile department, though.
what mobile department.
Konami focuses more on their
Pachinkos.
pachinko machines, not
Yeah.
mobile.
Pachinko, rather.
And I was actually
Pachinko's not mobile.
Yeah, and
No.
honestly, like, have you seen a pachinko machine in the United States? No, they're
Oh,
only
hell no.
in
Japan.
I mean,
Where else?
because it's essentially because of the fact it's a gambling machine, even though it's not using real money.
No.
Because gambling's technically illegal in Japan, sort of, kind of. But yeah, no, it's just like you guys made a Silent Hill pachinko machine, cool, but where's our game? Like, what about us?
No, they don't care anymore.
Nah, they don't. I don't know what the fuck they do.
Oh, wow. Screw them.
So yeah, that's
We got everything, though?
we covered practically everything on this list.
Well, let's get to our bet. Unless you have some final word to say.
All right. Do it.
No, I don't have any. I actually have no gripes this week. I have no technological or bullshit like old man gripes. So yeah.
That's a first for the podcast, folks.
Oh, it'll probably come on and off.
Next week, stay tuned.
We'll see.
So go for the bet.
Yeah.
From last week. Well, I want to see
yeah,
who
what
won.
was the bet last week?
How many thousand views for Friday the 13th?
Yeah, so the bet
watch?
last week was how many viewers on Twitch Friday the 13th would have.
Mm-hmm.
I need to stop going so low.
So wait, who? Okay, so what did you do? I forgot.
So I forget who was on the podcast and who did these exactly because I didn't actually write names.
Charles did 100 something.
Yeah. So that was Charles. Charles did 134. You did 5,000.
Mm-hmm.
$5,000.
I did
yeah.
14,367, and Patrick did 15,000. And
Okay.
the actual number.
Wait, what?
The actual number right now is 32,000. The actual number on Sunday, around the time of the end of the podcast, doesn't really matter. It was around 25,000 or so.
Mm-hmm.
So it doesn't really matter. They're both the same,
No.
whether we go by Sunday or today.
Mm.
Both very
Very
high numbers. I should have gone higher because I was kind of like going. It
Same.
would probably end up around where like what was like Dota and WoW were kind of around that area. Right now they're up higher than they were on Sunday when I was looking at it. But oh well, it's still super popular on Twitch.
Yep.
We'll see how fast the drop off
play
is. So another point goes to Team Old Fucks.
Yay! So far I'm at 3.
3-0. Defeat the
Well,
man.
And this
Two, was
week, we have a bet that I came up with before the game came out, and now it's out. So we have more information now, so we got to redo our choices. But next week when we record the podcast, I guess I should wear that Sunday evening when we normally record the podcast in case we don't. Actually, since we're not recording the podcast Sunday evening. And I don't know when exactly we're recording
moving
the podcast.
out to Sunday.
But Sunday evening when we normally record the podcast, how many positive reviews on Metacritic between both platforms of the game, PS4 and PC, how many positive reviews will there be?
For what game again?
Star Trek Bridge Crew.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Star Trek, man.
So it just came out today, and we have some more we have some new information because we see how many reviews came out today, but there will be more reviews coming out over the week.
Right.
So I guessed 22. I had initially guessed 4, but I revised that to 22, and
Combined?
yeah. And I'll start with Kevin. You guessed 45.
Kind of too much. I don't want to rub it in.
But Patrick guessed 48. So
So fuck you, Kevin,
God
for
damn it.
fucking doing that.
Fuck you!
Trying to
Supposed to be higher one this week.
overshadow me? Really? Go fuck yourself.
I was gonna say 55. I was like, oh, for both. Play it safe 45. Closest enough.
Yeah, play it safe my ass.
Oh god damn it.
So we'll see how many more reviews get added to the list. Right now it's looking good for me, but who knows? There could be a lot of reviews that are brewing.
You already lost a bet.
I mean, if it goes to like, was that like 37 or so? I think that's the point where it switches over to you winning. But anything below 37 is me, or around there.
Yeah.
quick head math. That's not exact.
Yeah. So anything that goes above the 48 mark is mine.
Yes.
But anything within up to 45 is going to be you, Kevin, and anything up to 37 and a little bit like 3 past.
35.
I believe.
30,
45
34.
and 22 has what? That's 23 in between, so that means there's 11. So, yeah, so like 35 or so is about the cutoff.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah, 34, 35. And
We'll
then like
see.
46 and a half is. So, I guess 45 and 46 will be Kevin, 47 and 48 will be Patrick.
On the dot. That's it.
We'll see.
I'll take you.
There'll
I'll
be
take you
exactly 45. There'll be exactly 45 reviews next week.
Well, yeah,
Fuck yes.
we'll see about that.
down.
All right.
Good
For
phone
now,
echoes.
thank
That's
you
good.
for watching. If you enjoyed, hit that like and subscribe button, and to keep updated with our new videos. Hope you have a great week.
All right.
Bye.
See yous.
Adieu.